Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm just going to be going over some basic video editing tutorials. A lot of people have asked me to kind of how to edit and do some of the stuff I do. And this is going to be real quick and dirty. This is nothing crazy like expert level. I just think there's like a few things you can learn how to do that can make editing a lot easier. I've been editing for like 5-6 years, and I know when I started out it was just like a mess and there's just 1,000 things thrown at you. I've got it down to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things that hopefully, doesn't overcomplicate things. I've done this a lot. I'm going to try and keep it under, I don't know, 15 minutes. I keep getting rambling on, but now I have a list. It's going to be quick. It's going to be short. Starting now. Okay, here we go. So here you have Premiere Pro. You've opened it up. We're going to be editing in Premiere. And you're going to hit New Project. Obviously, start a new project. You can name it whatever you want. Name it, whatever you're working on. I'm gonna call it tutorial 3. Boom. And here it opens up, okay? You have all these tabs up top, editing, color, effects. Just stick to editing right now. You can start exploring other stuff, and it helps you to learn what's going on, but just stick with editing. If you're trying to just cut a video together, that's how you do it. And so to bring in your footage, you can go to File and down to Import, or the hotkey is Command I. So that's what I'm gonna do, Command I. And here comes up all your footage, and you have your documents, your downloads, all that stuff. So go to wherever the footage is. Mine's on my hard drive. So I'm gonna go down to the, and I'm gonna be working from a video I made on my Instagram. It was for Playboi Carti, and it was just a, where is it? There it is, right? It was a promo video, so a lot of this is just footage from the concert. And the stuff I'm going through right here, just find where your video clips are. It's different for everyone. Different stuff has different encoding. So, and I'm just gonna grab, see, 5-6 clips. I'm gonna go in the middle, so I know that's when the concert was going. 27 through 31, and here I just clicked and shift to 31. Import. So here they come in the bottom left. This is your project folder. This is where all your stuff's gonna be, and you can click and drag and then drop it over into your timeline. Boom. Now we're in. So here we have footage. If you click this top timeline above this yellow bar and drag, this is how you scrub through everything. You can also use the arrows if you want to go frame by frame when you're trying to cut stuff. Okay. So right now, I'm not going to be focusing too much on an exact story for this, but I'll try. So let's say I want to get these guys singing. Let's go in the beginning. Here we go. Alright, so I've scrubbed through. I've found where I like. This guy's singing here, moving around. Right here. Okay, good. Found a spot. Alright. So I like this. I'm going to click my video layer, and I'm going to press Command K. Now that cuts the video. And the reason I like using that more than the cut tool, which is if you press C. If you press C, you get the little razor blade. If you look down the timeline, there's a line there, but it's really hard to kind of like level it up with exactly where you want it. It does latch on to the little timeline blue bar, but I don't know, I just feel like in my experience you can kind of misclick and you start clicking all around and you're like, what the hell, I didn't mean to do that. So I'm just doing Command Z to get rid of that. You can press V or go up to the selection tool. That's what I like to use. So when I'm like scrubbing through and I want to see on the video exactly where I want to cut, I press Command K, boom, it cuts it. Okay, so again, I'm gonna go around. I'm using the arrow keys. I like right here. I'm gonna click the video, Command K, boom, it cuts exactly where I want it. So let's say I don't need any of this footage in the back. I'm gonna click it, press delete. Alright, so here we have the video, him singing. That's awesome. Let's say I just want those few seconds. I'm also gonna press plus and minus just to zoom in and out of your timeline. You gotta make sure this area is selected, not up here, over here. Make sure it's. I'm gonna press. I'm gonna say, yeah, okay, this is good. And I'm gonna let it play. Cool. That's all I want. Boom. Gonna cut it. And that's the only thing I want from here. So I'm zooming out. I'm gonna click and drag it to the beginning of my timeline, just to keep it nice and neat. And now I'm gonna drag in another section of footage. I'm looking around. Cool. Alright, so here we got the crowd. This guy's singing with them. Let's say I'm gonna cut to that. So I like this. I'm gonna cut, delete everything behind. Got some of the crowd interaction. That guy's dancing. He's having a good time. I'm gonna get those few seconds of Command K again. I'm gonna delete everything after it. I've got the clip I want. I'm gonna drag that over. Let's drag one more clip in just to get enough footage to work with. So here's everyone on stage. I cut this again. Let's grab just a few seconds. Cut. Delete that. Boom. Alright, I got my 3 clips. Alright. Got these guys. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit for you guys. Got this one. Got this guy dancing. I got everyone on stage. Okay. Now, it can get really easy, you know. Yes, there's the little video markers down here, but like, let's say I had another clip from 27, you know. It says 27, 28, 29. That might be a good marker. Let's say I have another 27. And that guy. Let's get this guy real quick. Alright. Just so you guys can see what I'm kind of talking about. Alright, zoom in. I want to find my footage. I'm tracking through, but it says 27, 28, 29, 27. You're like, which clip is which? I find the best way to do this kind of stuff is to label them. And let's say I was going through and I had my A footage, my regular footage, and I had my B stuff, the crowd, you know, other things, close-ups. So if you click the video, you can right-click and label, and let's say all the fan stuff I want to make another color. So let's say I'm gonna make it mango. Boom, now on my timeline, I've got the blue and orange, and that's way easier to distinguish. Okay, I got the singers, there's my guy singing, you know, or dancing, okay? And then back to this guy. Back over here, I mean. Okay, so as I can see, I even got confused there. So let's say, okay, I want this to be another color. This was the guys running the event. I'm gonna make those guys red, rose. So now it's like I can easily see, all right, the blue guys are the singers, orange is the crowd, and maybe this was like the intermission stuff. And that way you can easily see what's going on. And that's a great way to label stuff and not get too lost, okay? So now you have all this going on. It's looking good. Briefly, just so you guys kind of know, you can go up to color if you want. This is just, okay, let's say I click this video, I go up to color and I go, okay, this looks good. You can go to creative. And again, this can like open a whole can of worms, but let's just say basic color tutorial. You can click through here, and if you click the main box, this will give you different colors. If you wanted to add different filters, if you wanted black and white, you know, there's a whole list, a whole slew of stuff, and you can play around with that as tobacco gold, you know, if you want black and white, like I said. It's just a very basic way if you wanted to have different colors. So I'm gonna click back up here and just go to none. Again, that's just quick intermission. That's if you wanted to mess with the color. Now, let's say we have this. It's going well, but it's a little loud. You know, the audio's jumping over all around. Let's say you just want one song to be playing. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna import a song. So I'm gonna go scroll down to my music. Okay, and there's some popped anthology mixes I'm gonna use. I'm just gonna click one. So let's say this blue one had good audio. Okay, sure, he's singing. Sounds good. I get over here. Can't really tell. It's a little too loud. I don't know, for whatever reason, I don't like that audio. If you click the video, see how they're kind of linked? There's the video up top and the audio on the bottom. They're linked. You try to move them together, they stick together. Okay, I'll put them back to where they were. You can separate those. So let's say I just want the video, I don't want the audio. You can press Command L, and that will unlink the videos or link them together. So right now they're two different clips. Okay. If I click the top one and I click the bottom one, I hold Shift and click the bottom one, I should say. Now they're both highlighted. If I press L, boom, they're linked together again. All right. And why this is important is like maybe I don't want this audio playing here. And I look over here and I want the audio playing here with these guys. I can unlink these. Okay, so now I have 4 separate little bars. I can delete the red audio because I don't want it, and I can drag the orange audio over on top. So now this, the orange audio is playing with this. And in this context of a crowd and a concert, that's not the best example. But let's say I bring in music, okay? And I'm clicking and dragging this over, and here's another audio track. And I'm gonna bring in, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna separate this video and this audio, okay? And delete that, and I'm gonna drag this up on top, all right? I'm gonna get to that in 1 second. So now I have audio in the file. Everything's kind of playing all at once. It's crazy. I'm gonna say I want this blue audio to fade in to the song we've brought in, okay? So I'm gonna drag it up here, and the best way to blend stuff is to have everything on the same timeline. So if I click this and I drag it down, now I have it on the same bar. That's good for us, okay? So I play, goes over, there's kind of a fade, kind of not. Let's say the beginning of the song's starting a little soft. I'm gonna trim that up a bit, and the way I'm doing that is again with the cut tool. I can go over Command K and delete, but you can also, exactly what you're doing, and you can see here on the wavelength, I'm just trying to get it up. So I'm gonna zoom in real quick. I'm gonna try and get it up closer to where it starts, and you can see this is kind of like dead audio. You can click with that little bracket and drag it to exactly where you want. So that's another way instead of cutting. So now I have that gap. I'm gonna click and drag this back over. Now here in the bottom left, you have your project folder, the media browser. If you go all the way down, you can find effects. And now effects is great because this is like where you want to do all your cinema stuff. Very self-explanatory: video transition, video effects, audio transitions. If you can think of something, it's in this little project tab here. So let's say I want to do an audio transition, right? I want the blue audio to fade into the song. All right, so I'm gonna go to transitions, crossfade, boom, there's everything. Exponential fade, it's gonna bring it down. Gain, it's gonna keep it straight. Power, it's gonna like punch up. So let's just say I want it to like fade into one another, and I drag it here. I can have it just on the blue audio, just on the green. But if you get it right in the middle, it'll fade them between each other. So kind of works, So we have the concert playing. All right, and then we bring in another clip. All right, not bad. Okay. Now, I said I was gonna get back to this video part over here. So here you have video layer 1 and video layer 2, and it's just like audio. If you're gonna play two audio bits at the same time, like we have up here. Here's the song playing, and then the orange audio is playing at the same time. Okay, and sometimes that's important. Like if you're cutting short films, you have like really low audio playing, and then you have dialogue. That can work a lot easier than video, because video, it takes up this amount of space. The next video is taking up this thing at the same time. You can't see them. So you got to do something if you want these to be seen at the same time. So let's say I have this blue video. I'm gonna click that, and up here in the top left, you can bring up effect controls. Okay, you click the video, boom. This is kind of, again, the bottom left has effects, the top left has effects. Scale is what it exactly sounds like. You can zoom in and out. And see here, if you zoom out, you can see the video layer behind it. We can zoom all the way out, and there's a guy, dancing. So you can zoom this in and out. You can drag the position around if you wanted. Like, let's say I just wanted to bring this into a smaller clip, and I want to drag it up into the top left, and I go, okay, now I got an idea of what the guy's dancing to. Something like that, right? There's also opacity, and this is all stuff you can kind of play around with, and you'll get a sense for it. And you can make this fade, a lighter fade, so the focus is on the guys singing and dancing. Not bad, right? We could also have, a transition into this. So I'm gonna drag this blue. Oh no, I'm not. Just kidding. We're gonna go over here to the orange, right? Into this. Okay. There's a transition. The music's playing. And this orange audio, right now it's not too important, and as you can see there's this line right here. I'm going to hit this M, and that means mute. Just like this eyeball, let's say I didn't want that top video playing. If I just hit the eyeball, it makes it blind and you can't see it. So it's an easy way to get rid of the video if you want to. Easy way to get rid of the soundtrack if you don't want to go through the whole thing. Now if you mute it, it's going to mute the entire line, so don't be, make sure you know where your audio clips are. So I don't want that orange audio, but music's playing. This transition's a little funky. Again, I can go down here at the bottom left, and there's video transitions, and I'm gonna go right here. I'm gonna say, okay, there's slide, there's wipe, there's push. Just play around with all of them. You understand what's going on pretty quickly. And again, I can have it just on the left, just on the right, and I'm clicking and holding, put it right in the middle. So I have my video playing. Okay. It's a little indie, a little weird. You know, I can click that exact bar right there and I can hit delete, it'll go away. Iris is good. Dissolve does a lot of cool stuff. The film dissolves, one of my favorites. So we can have this video playing. So let's say I'm gonna back it up a bit. Got our video in the top left, the main thing. Oh, like that film dissolve, you know, it's just, there's small things, you know, that, you know, you just gotta play around and you think like, God, how do I do that? It's just that, you know, there are transitions that allow you to do that kind of stuff, okay? So there's that. Let's see, what else can I say? Lastly, and this is a little harder, but it's not impossible. Let's say I had a clip here, 27, okay? I'm gonna click it. Over here, you can toggle animations, okay? And this is like basically when you want something to start and when you want something to finish, okay? And that's all it is. And so you click it once, and where your little time bar is where it starts, okay? And then you're just gonna drag your time bar to wherever you want it to stop, and that's where it'll stop. That sounds a little confusing. Hang with me, I'll show you what I mean. So let's say I had, right, this is going well, and I wanted to slowly zoom in on your boy here with the black hat, okay? So I'm gonna start it right here, okay? I'm gonna go up to scale, I'm gonna click the toggle animation. It's blue, it means it's set. You can drag this over, and I'm gonna go, okay, I want it to zoom in up until here, all right? And now I've just started that animation, so it goes, okay, that's where you want the scale to go, I understand. Now you gotta tell it where you want it to end. It's kinda like saying, I want it to go from point A to point B, it's got point A, now what do you want point B to look like? So I'm gonna zoom in on the scale, okay? And, you know, I have it on the jacket here, and that's what I wanted to zoom in on the jacket, okay? So now, if I go back, I hit play, just kind of a slow zoom. Granted, the jacket wasn't the best idea, could have picked something else, but it's a way of, you know, I want something to start and then there. Same thing, we could do this orange clip too with this guy dancing, okay? Pretty kind of zoomed in, but like, let's say his friend there, on the right, we just want him. I'm gonna start right here. I'm gonna go to scale. Actually, I'm gonna do position and scale because I want to be able to move around the clip. So I'm gonna hit the blue on scale, blue on the position. I want it to go all the way until right here. Okay. And I'm gonna zoom in on that creepy woman in the back. No, I'm gonna zoom in, and I'm just gonna kind of move it up and around on our guy. I'm sorry friend, but I just want to show you these controls. So I've got the beginning, I got the end, I've zoomed in there. Now when I play it, it's just gonna zoom in a bit more. And that's good, like, I mean, if you can think of like weddings, even short films, you know, like something you want to zoom in slowly, zoom out, you want to move the camera a bit, it's a great way to do that, okay? So I have everything here, this amazing project that it is, okay? And let's say you want to like get rid of it, you can go up here and click the blue toggle animation, it'll get rid of the animation you started, okay? So, looking pretty good. If I go over here, I want to export this bad boy. I love it, it's the best video I've ever made. Where your timeline is, this is where it's going to determine where it starts and ends. So if I go all the way to the beginning, 0, 0, 0, 0, press I, that starts the clip of where I want it to export. I drag this over, okay? And I want it right here. Oh, okay. This little highlight area, that's what it's gonna export. So you gotta mark it I, mark it O, everything highlight in between, that's what will export, okay? And just for the sake of the video, I'm gonna kind of do what we taught. I'm gonna cut this audio clip right here. Nice, all right, we're gonna let it end at this 19.5 second mark. I want it to fade to black, you know, like all great videos do. Okay, so I'm gonna go over here. I know the keyword is dip, so yeah, it's under dissolve, dip to black. And now it will go to black. The audio there was a little loud. So again, I'm pressing plus and minus to zoom in and out. And we're gonna go to fade. I'm gonna go fade, F-A-D-E. There's all our crossfades. Exponential fade's gonna make it quieter. So now, hopefully, go right here in the middle. Okay. Should fade out. Boom. Okay. Those are just kind of effects you gotta mess with. I can bring the fade in the beginning so that it's not like too harsh when it starts either. I'm gonna dip to black. Why not? You can dip to white. Yeah, I can show you that. If you want it to be blinding. A lot of different stuff you can do. So now I have the I, I have the O. It's all marked up. Looking great. File. Go down to export. Media. You can also do Command M. Okay. Bada bing, bada boom. This comes up. There you go. Output name. Let's change it to best project ever. Okay. Format. Just keep it H.264. This is the only thing I ever change. You know, if I want it to be the best quality it's ever been, you click right here, keep it on high. If you don't really care and you're trying to save data, go to medium. And you can see down here the estimated file size. It goes from 7, high, 24. You'd want medium, like if you're like putting it on phone and Instagram. I don't know, it just kind of changes. If you're putting on like a YouTube video, I'm gonna keep it high. That way it looks good. So there's a 24. Also, when you click this name, you can tell it where to go. You want to go to your downloads, your hard drive, your desktop, wherever. So yeah, save that name. Gonna keep it high. Hit export. Boom, it's gonna start exporting. Okay, so I just cut there just to let you know that it took about 30 seconds to encode that whole video to export it. Boom, just finished. I'm gonna go over to my Finder. I saved in my download. That's where I put everything. Best project ever. Double click. Here it is. My God, it's beautiful.